Hi, this is Melissa Garza for another episode of Be Inspired. Welcome, and thank you so much for coming back again. And in today's episode, I want to talk about um, something that's kind of very frustrating and difficult for me, but every time and every day I think I work towards this more and more in my life. And that is kind of letting go without expectation of what will basically what will come in your life. And just to check in, I was kind of nervous about having this second interview of mine coming up, and it did happen today. The phone call, I was blessed to get that, and it looks like I'll be having another in-person interview coming up, which I'm super excited about as well. So, but with that said, it was kind of like a little bit nerve-wracking, a little bit like wondering, okay, when's this all going to happen? And I bet we all have that. I've heard some great stuff from some life coaches about dating and relationships and actual waiting to hear back from employers or people who have jobs. And sometimes you just never know which way something is going to go. So sometimes you just have to give yourself a little bit of a time limit, let it go, and just keep going about your day as you would continue to do. So go about your day, continue on your searches, continue where you are. I guess what's important is what I heard recently is not looking for a specific end result, but somewhere where you can at least keep the conversation with people going. And when you keep the conversation going, things are open and they allow for amazing things to happen and unfold. Sometimes when you're um, too focused on getting a direct answer and an outcome, things can get a little bit more tricky and hard. So best thing to do is to kind of just let go, and they say let go and let God. Kind of another thing what is really important with that is knowing in the deep space of knowing in your heart that the right opportunities for you will be there for you if they are meant to be, and trusting in that inner knowledge and knowing that God wants the best and the highest thing for you, and he wants you to succeed. And it's best to trust in that inner knowing and in yourself and the confidence to know that that is basically that all things are possible through God. So, however you want to look at it, if you don't believe in God, I totally understand. But if you're believing, in the universe and putting your energy and your efforts out into something, and your efforts and energy will not go unnoticed. It may not come from that specific source that you were hoping from or hoping for, but it may come in a different way that you maybe haven't even expected it to. So just be open, receptive, and available. Also, it was kind of interesting. I did hear back from the guy that I went on the coffee date recently, and it was kind of interesting. I knew they were taking a trip for a week, but um, just to notice, I feel in a sense, where he could be listening to this or not, I have no idea. But I feel in a sense, if somebody's interested in you, no matter what, they're going to keep the conversation going quickly. They're not going to kind of drop out for a while, unless, there's nothing really going on. So it made me think about things. I've heard lots of different coaches, just talking about leaving the door open or closing things off and letting them kind of fizzle out depending on what stage the relationship's in or where it is. But it kind of makes me feel a lot more clear as to what I specifically want in a relationship and in a partner. And I think I want somebody who's an excellent and fantastic communicator, and somebody I think who just doesn't drop out of a moment's notice, no matter what the circumstance is. I want somebody to still know that they're going to be there or they're interested. So that just really made me think a bit and to be very, very grateful as to what's going to happen in the future. I thought also, with that going said, it's like, should I just close the door completely? You can always tell somebody, hey, I just don't think it's a match going forward. Um, or you can leave the door open and for a friendship or any type of open not open relationship in that matter, but just keep relations open, or to keep it open where things are not completely cut off but there's still some kind of friendship or camaraderie there. I don't know as to what extent that you actually owe somebody um, you know owe somebody, that within yourself, the aspect of friendship or, networking and, what is it? Just building relationships with other people, especially when you've went on a date and it's kind of very specific. It's almost like job searching in a complete interesting way. Um, but it's not. I kind of say it's not like I'm putting all my dirty laundry out there, and I don't want to. I want things to be coming out in me in a positive light, and definitely what I'm learning. But also too, I want to be authentic. I was talking to my uncle earlier today and explaining him my frustrations about what's been going on in my life right now and everything. And he just said, "Get mad and stay mad." And I was like, well, you bet I'm upset, but I'm not mad. And I don't want to live every day being mad because I'm not a mad person. I'm actually a happy person and I enjoy my life. But there's parts that I would like to change and shift. And I'm working on getting those changed and shifted in the right divine timing and with a sense of knowing that it's all going to work out. So, with that said, I know this is a short episode today, but I just wanted to say, I'm grateful to have you, whoever is out there in the webiverse, listening to me. And I'm also grateful that, I have a really good community around me, a good spiritual team around me, and they're supporting me in my endeavors, and they're also supporting me in um, affirming to me and claiming what is mine, letting go what is not mine, and just open to the right relationships and uh, the right connections that will be for me. It's just very interesting, but thank you so much. And this is another episode of Be Inspired, and thank you so much for coming. And this is Melissa signing off. Goodbye.